Nigeria is now 2 countries in one border. Let us be honest. Let's stop pretending unity still exists. Where is the unity? Let's take the North. The North, dominated by radical political Islam. Sharia law operational across 12 northern states. Militant ecosystems persist in the north. ISWAP, linked largely to Fulani networks. Boko Haram, rooted in Kanuri regions. These groups survive because ideology protects them from the state. The state hesitates. Accountability is selective. The South, predominantly Christian. Christians are targets, not combatants. Christians are killed in direct attacks or die as collateral in Islamist conflicts in the north. Communities are exposed, disarmed, and abandoned. In my view, this is no longer a misunderstanding. No more. This divide is structural. It is not repairable from within. Nigeria can never, from within, repair the divide. It is obvious to everybody now. Let's look at the coup detentions. The coup detentions is a symptom, not a cause. Now to the military. In October 2025, officers were detained over an alleged coup plot. It was reported, as usual, the government lied and denied it, the federal government. Important correction. This was before even the US struck ISIS targets in Sokoto. But here is the politically dangerous detail. Most of those reportedly detained were from northern states in Nigeria, with only a few from the south, just a couple, maybe one from Oshun, an Islamic state. That matters because it signals internal elite dissatisfaction, not national cohesion, and it aligns with a larger truth. Power blocks in the north are unhappy with Tinubu. They're not unhappy in Nigeria. And they want Tinubu out before 2027. They are unhappy, except they're ruling. That's the only time they're happy. Trump's warning did not start in 2025, ladies and gentlemen. Trump did not suddenly discover Nigeria. Back in 2019, during his first term, he invited Buhari to the White House and warned Nigeria's President Buhari directly. He looked at Buhari in the face and said to him, "Stop killing Christians face to face." That wasn't diplomacy. That was a line in the sand. From that moment, Nigeria became a religious freedom issue. In US politics, pressure began building quietly. Warnings came, a lot of warnings before a single bomb fell. So by October 2025, when coup allegations surfaced, Nigeria was already under rising US scrutiny. Already. Sokoto was not the beginning. Sokoto is the exposure. It was not the beginning at all. The caliphate of Sokoto is the exposure, where the Sultan rules. When the US struck ISIS-linked targets in Sokoto in December 2025, something changed. Not the violence, the visibility. The visibility. For the first time, caliphate heartland was touched. Religious violence was internationalized. Nigeria's internal war became global business. The whole world is looking and talking about it. And here's where Nigerian elites hate. This is what they hate to admit. Many southern Nigerians welcomed the strikes. Southern Nigerians were cheering. They welcomed Trump strikes. They are now openly asking, indeed begging President Trump, do more. Don't stop. Protect us. All you have to do, look at the Effiong Aqua show comments. They want Trump to come more. That alone tells you the Nigerian state has failed half of its citizens. Nigerian state is a failure. It's a complete failure for its citizens. By the way, why do northern elites fear Trump? Why? After all, Trump came to stop terrorism. Let's be honest. Trump is dangerous to northern power structures. I will analyze it for you. Because it threatens 3 pillars at once. 3. Pillar number 1, religion, Sharia political dominance. Trump threatens that. Ideological cover for extremist networks. Trump threatens that. The ability to deceive the world and label hundreds of thousands of killings as complex local issues. Number 2, security tolerance. Militant ecosystems survive on reduced scrutiny. So when nobody's watching them, Trump raises the cost of tolerance with force, with tomahawk missiles on the most sacred caliphate ground in Nigeria, the Emirate of Sokoto. By the way, we don't know where the Sultan still is. Resources. And this part is rarely said out loud. But I'll say it. Nigeria's federal budget is largely financed by crude oil and commercial activity from the whole of the South. Oil revenues come overwhelmingly from southern states. Southern businesses carry a disproportionate share of the tax and economic burden in Nigeria, a country of 220 million people, yet political and religious dominance remains northern-centric. The North feel they're entitled to power. So when there's no power, they're crying. This imbalance creates anxiety because sustained U.S. pressure threatens the following: revenue flows, patronage system, long-standing power arrangements in Nigeria, which have solidified northern dominance forever. Forever. Trump doesn't just challenge ideology, he destabilizes the economic status quo that keeps the North politically dominant while the South funds the state and suffers from violence, where thousands of Christians are killed. That is why resistance to Trump runs very, very deep in northern Nigeria. Let us put it in front of everybody today. Let's talk. Talk in the comment section. This is my conclusion. Here's my position, clearly stated. Nigeria is split along religious and regional lines, which I pointed out. The violence is asymmetric. The violence is asymmetric. The state, Nigerian state, has failed Christian communities. Internal solutions have collapsed. It's a waste of time. External pressure is the only thing that has shifted behavior. Stop talking about restructure. It's a gross waste of time. Trump did not invent Nigeria's crisis. He exposed it and disrupted the comfort of those who benefit from silence. The billions and billions, the Dangotes, the billions who will not say anything. Without outside pressure, the killings continue. The excuses continue. The schism deepens. Ladies and gentlemen, if this makes you uncomfortable, good. That's what I want to do. I want you to be uncomfortable. I want the solution. Because comfort has killed more Nigerians than truth. Hundreds of thousands of Nigerians. Go and look at how Boko Haram, everybody is comfortable. No. No comfort in the Effiong Aqua show on YouTube. We don't manage narratives here. We confront reality. Shit. So, subscribe, comment, press the notification button so they inform you before my podcast drop. This is the Effiong Aqua show. We don't just report events. We track where they lead. I am the voice of the voiceless. I am your independent voice telling fearless truths. In fact, sometimes we enjoy, we make fun, we laugh at the failing and inept Nigerian state and power while telling the truth.